What's up YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood GM, your host Coach Key, and welcome back to Legends and Dice Cafe, where we learn about tabletop RPGs from old school to modern and do lots and lots of solo gameplay, along with tips and tricks to assist you along your solo adventure. Back with my weekly video like I do on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In today's video, I'm going to take two of my favorite games and combine them together to create an adventure. I'm going to use Cairn 2nd edition for the system, for my character creation and for my rules. And for the adventure, I'm going to use Shadowdark for creating my adventure along the way. I don't know exactly what type of adventure that we're going to go on, but we'll figure that out along the way. As always, don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button so YouTube will push it out to more and more people. If you're interested in joining a game with me, all of my games are on startplayinggames.com, and I host a free one-shot every month. I've been doing that so far since August as a way for us all to just get together and to connect and to have some fun. This month is Shadowdark, a space adventure. So far, I only have 2 players, so if you're interested in joining, I would like to run the game with a minimum of at least 3 players. The game is next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to further support the channel, hop on over to Patreon and subscribe to Legends and Dice Cafe. I also have a bundle of 25 maps on there for $10. If you played in any of my games, I make all of my maps for my adventures. The maps inside of the bundle are maps that I've used and created for my adventures. And I think that's it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some Cairn / Shadowdark solo play. Let's get it. This is my cool pencil case. If you've never seen it, many of you probably never have, but I'm really proud of this. Mrs. Coach said I might as well just get a purse. It's not that bad, you know? Look, see? I think it was like maybe $15, $16. A purchase I'm very proud of, and I absolutely do use. I've got just everything I need, even to wipe my glasses off. I mean, you really can't get any better than that. Then I got my cool pencils over here, but I do use them too. You know what I'm saying? I do use them. I haven't been using these too much, these erasable pens. I do have some characters. Amir Ibn. I'm probably going to change his name, and I'm going to keep, I like that he is a half witch. I've got all my information. With Cairn, you've got your strength, your dexterity, and your will. And it is a very, very light rule system. I'm going to one of these days, delve more into Cairn's Warden's Guide. In the meantime, in between time, I'd like to utilize this. This is the most expensive book that I have ever purchased, and I'm definitely not complaining. I want to say it was with taxes and shipping, it was like maybe $70, so but I really do like the system. I enjoy running it, and like I said, it has some really cool tables inside of it, and I'm going to show you. It's great for solo play, and it also has this right here, Solo Dark. I took a couple notes so then I don't have to keep flipping in and out of the book. Good. So we've got an oracle right here. So the oracle is going to be a d20, and we're going to roll a 1 to 9. It's going to be a no. And then on a 10, it's going to be a twist. And when it is a twist, we're going to roll on a prompts. There's a prompts table inside of here. And 11 to 20 is going to be a yes. Now, check this out. If you roll on an odd, you add a but. And there's something called odds that you go through before you actually do your d20 roll, which is inside of Solo Dark. Like if the situation is unlikely or impossible, you're gonna roll with a disadvantage. So then before you roll your d20, you already know. And then if it's an even chance, you just do a regular roll. And if you're likely or certain to succeed, then you're gonna roll with advantage. Pretty cool. And I do have another character right here. I don't know what a Fletchwind is. I'd have to look that up. So hopefully that's not embarrassing, but no, I don't know what it is. So I'll definitely look it up. It was another character that I created, and his name or their name is Kai. I don't think I figured out whether they were going to be a female or male. Let's first build or start an adventure that we're going to go on to. I was thinking maybe starting in a settlement and just kind of exploring and maybe looking around, maybe running into people, listening to rumors and stuff. Here we go, a settlement map. I want to say Kai and Amir are just travelers. They're just adventurers. We're just trying to earn a living, and we want to kind of see the world. We come from a small town where we didn't get a chance to really experience or see much of anything. So we promised when we got of age, we would explore. We weren't sure how we were going to go about doing that, whether it be something like being in the military. But as we got a little older and we learned what they were about, we're like, we're going to do our own thing, and we just explore. We explore and we help out wherever we can. We connect with people, connect with the world around us. All right, so here we go. I'm going to find the name of the settlement inside of that cool book in one sec. So we're going to start with the settlement maps, and we're going to do a town. And as far as the district goes, I was thinking maybe the market. I'm going to roll once on the point of interest, and then I'm going to create a tavern. We're going to mark it here on this map, and those are going to be the first two places. We've heard about this settlement, we've heard about this particular town and these special places within this town. The tavern was one place that we heard. We can listen in for rumors, for adventures, for jobs. Let's see, there's going to be a D6. So we got a 1, we got a fortune teller. I was hoping it would be a fortune teller. So point of interest is going to be a fortune teller. Maybe the tavern, this can be kind of like a home location. As we travel out, we can always come back here to regroup, rest, heal. I was just checking out some other stuff because we can mix, because why not? It's our game. That's what's good about playing solo, is you can do whatever you want to do. Ooh, a library. I'm going to do a point of interest is going to be a fortune teller and a library. I've got an idea. I've always wanted to go on some sort of Candlekeep mystery adventure. So maybe we can do something like that. Next up, what are we going to do? All right, so next we're going to generate a tavern. So I'm going to roll 2d20s. Boom, boom. Let's see what we get. Because if I don't get something that I like, I'm going to make it up myself. So we got a 17 and we got an 8. I kind of like the Silver Shield. So I think I'm going to go with that. The Silver Shield Tavern. And let's see, what is it known for? We got an 11. Hostility towards spellcasters. That could be an interesting, maybe, yeah, okay. So though I am a witch, I think that maybe I can keep I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where we go with that. So right now we're going to go and visit the Silver Shield Tavern. And in this particular town, let's figure out what the town name is. So the name of the settlement, the name of this particular town is going to be Kujaku Town. So far we've got the start to an adventure. We don't know where it's going to take us. So right here, I'm going to make this the Silver Shield Tavern. Here goes my starting map right here so far. So the name of the town is called Kujaku Town, and then here we've got the Silver Shield Tavern. I'm just gonna say that along the way we've met the people that we've met. We ran into a couple people. We ran into someone who was able to give us a little bit of a map of the town. Well, they just gave us a few key locations. One is a library, and this is specifically for my witch. They said that there was something special inside of this library for us to check it out. Maybe something worth looking into. And then they also let us know about this fortune teller. This fortune teller may be able to send us on a job or send us on some sort of adventure, some sort of mission along the way. So, and that maybe this person would have something special to tell us about ourselves, about our individual journey. And right here I just created a couple trees right here, and I figure this can be some type of river or some sort of lake that I just threw onto the map. So far we've got some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to start my characters kind of like maybe they're coming in here. Maybe this is the entrance to the actual town. We'll see who we meet or what we meet along the way to the library. I want to say that it's probably, the sun is just getting ready to rise. It's nice and cool. We can feel the breeze from the water around here. We've entered into this town called Kujaku Town on a mission to check out some library that we think may hold some sort of something special or something worth looking into. I'm going to use some dice as my characters. I think this is going to be Amir and this is going to be Kai right here. So this is where we're going to do. We're going to enter into this city. And at the current moment, like I said, it's super early in the morning. So maybe people wouldn't necessarily be out. So I'm going to roll a d20 and see as we're walking, do we run into anybody? Or do we see anybody around? 17. So yes, we see somebody around. And I'm going to roll a d6 and I'm going to see, let's say how many that we actually see. So we see 4 individuals. So we see 4 people. I want to say maybe we see them by these trees over here. And now let's roll on. I'm just going to roll on this ancestry chart and see what type of individuals we see. I'm going to assume they're all the same. They're all together. So we're going to roll a D12. So we got a 1. So we see 4 humans. Now we're going to roll on this section right here, the random encounters. We're going to see right here, let's check the distance to see how far they are. We're going to go using this right here, far, near, or close. So I'm going to roll a D6. So that is a 4. So they are near us. So we're pretty close to them. Now let's see what type of activity that we see them doing. So we're going to roll 2D6. So we got a 10. So they're socializing and playing. So I'm going to assume that they're not, well, I mean, I guess they could be hostile towards people that they don't know. So we see 4 humans out socializing. It's kind of weird, socializing at around like 7 a.m. or 6:30, 7 a.m. And I'm going to go ahead and just say that, let's say we see them between some more trees. We see them in this forest area. So I'm going to say we're behind these trees. As we're coming and entering into the town, we kind of see these, we can scope them from the side of the trees. From the left of the trees, we see 4 humans and they're just chilling, kicking back, socializing. And because we want to keep it low key, and I already know there's hostility towards spellcasters, I'm just going to go ahead and be as low key as I can. And instead of going this way where they can, I want to say where they can see us, we're just going to kind of go around this way towards the library. And I just want to say, as we travel along this way towards the library, we eventually see this Silver Shield Tavern. Now, are they open? Oh, we forgot to do the odd number. Yes, but when it came to rolling to seeing what we saw, so we'll make sure we use that. We're going to go this way right here, the tavern. We're checking to see if the tavern is open this early in the morning. So I'm going to roll a D20. And that's a 4. It's not an odd number, so it wouldn't be a twist. They're not open. All right, cool. So we'll just continue to keep making our way down around here. And I want to say we're going to come to this lake. Let's flip through this book right here. A little bit of inspiration to see what the name of the lake is. Ooh, I got it. Hikari Lake. So we come upon Hikari Lake. So we got an 86. So it says the kobold sorcerer. Ooh, a sorcerer in an area where there's hostility towards spellcasters. So the kobold sorcerer Mortimus preaches from atop a log. Interesting. Maybe we can roll on the rumors table to see what he might be talking about. I don't know how that's going to go, but let's just check it out. Or we can roll on something happens. Well, we'll save the something happens for like if we get an odd number and it says but. So let's roll on the rumors and see what we get. So let's roll on the rumors and see what he may be preaching about. So we got a 12. So he's preaching about, or maybe warning about, armored skeletons are roaming the misty graveyard. That can be the make for an interesting adventure, an interesting start to an adventure. So he's preaching about, or warning about, some armored skeletons that are roaming the graveyard around here. I would assume that it's inside of this town of Kujaku. Do we want to ask him more about these armored skeletons? Maybe we can take jobs around here, earn a little bit of respect, earn a little bit of money, then maybe people will trust us as well. Or maybe we'll come back to him. Let me see. I think we're just gonna I think we're gonna continue to keep going towards the library, because I don't think that we are prepared to be fighting some sort of armored skeletons at the current moment. So I'm gonna say we're gonna attempt to kind of excuse me. Just gonna go this way right here. So I want to say, as we're moving this way, does this kobold notice us? And does he do anything about when he notices us? Let's do a D20. So 18, he does notice us. It's just an even number. So let's just say that he does notice us, but he kind of leaves us alone. He doesn't do anything. He continues to keep trying to warn the people. I don't know why he'd be up at this time of the morning. Hopefully nobody hurts him because he's waking him up. But I want to say nobody else is around. So maybe he's kind of like the crazy person in the town. I don't know. I'm not going to trust it. We're just going to continue to keep heading towards this way and hit the library. Now, on the way from the sorcerer, Warning people on the log could be crazy. Do we encounter anything? Do we encounter anyone along the way to the library? Or, yes, do we encounter anyone along the way to the library? So, and it is an odd number. So, no, we don't encounter anyone. But let's go roll on the prompts and see what occurs. Here we go. Roll a D100. We got a 33. You are filled with a strong sense of dread and danger. Uh-oh. Maybe it's this sorcerer right here. Because we ignored him, and you know what I'm saying? Let's roll to see, is it the sorcerer that it's the danger is coming from? So we got a 6, so no, it's not the sorcerer. Oh, so something else is around. I'm wondering if we can get to the library in time before anything occurs. Is there someone else watching us? 8. No, no one else is watching us. Oh, that's even creepier. Even creepier. Let me see. Are we able to safely get into the library before anything else occurs? So we got a 10, so it's a twist. So instead of doing the twist, I'm going to roll on something happens again as we're trying to run and hurry towards this library, thinking that this will bring us some safety from whatever eerie feeling that we're getting. This is actually working out pretty cool using the Shadowdark. So let's roll again on something happens. So we got a 38. Let's see. You smell lilacs and hear faint ghostly laughter. Okay. It kind of fits in too. I like where it's going. So hearing some sort of ghostly laughter. Oh my God, that would be something to discuss. Maybe the fortune teller can give us more insight on that. That's creepy. So I want to say, after we heard that ghostly laughter, we were able to make it into the library. Now, when we get to the library, is the library unlocked? Yes, it is unlocked. So we'll go ahead and head into the library, and that's where we'll pause our adventure. So far we've come into this town of Kujaku. We've on our way, we saw a few people kind of mingling right here. We left them alone and came around this way. The tavern was closed. I'm pretty sure the tavern was closed. Tavern was closed. So we continued along the way, and on the way towards the library, we ran into a kobold sorcerer attempting to warn the people at 7 a.m. about some armored skeletons roaming the graveyard. Let's add a graveyard into this section right here. Then we'll name the graveyard next time. So we'll just name the graveyard. We'll say this is the graveyard section. Doom, doom, doom. Kind of looks more like windows than tombs, but it is what it is. We'll do that. Boom. So we've got a little graveyard over here. We'll name it next time, but we'll pause the video there. Stay tuned for session 2 of Cairn plus Shadowdark Adventure. And I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop it inside of the chat. Don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of the cool content that I post on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll also get a notification when I go live as well. And I hope you have a super fantastically awesome rest of your Friday and the rest of your weekend. Let me know in the comments what you're going to play this weekend, if you're going to play anything. And I'll see you back here, same time next week, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And